Hello everyone, welcome back to Matthew's Sports Talk. We got a lot to catch up on. We got, of course, my Minnesota Twins, as you can see, about to play Game 1 of the playoffs. Then we got the NFL to talk about and the Minnesota Vikings. I know, sad story, but still want to talk about it. So yeah, let's get right to it. So I was going to start by talking off by that playoffs, actually, the Minnesota Twins. And once again, they have repeated as AL Central champions. Very much so thanks to the Chicago Cubs. Thank you, Chicago Cubs. Because the Cubs beat the White Sox on Sunday, while the Twins sadly lost to the Cincinnati Reds. So the Twins will start off by playing the Houston Astros in best out of 3 here at Target Field. And I think the Twins have a pretty good shot in winning that series. Because I think overall we've had better performing players this year than the Houston Astros have. So yeah, I think the Twins should be able to win, hopefully. And once again, it's not the Yankees, so be glad about that. And then just looking at the rest of the so actually I'm gonna do my MLB postseason predictions. So we start out in, of course, the American League. So I mean, Twins and Astros. So yep, I think the Twins will win the series. I think it'll go to 3 games though. I do think the Astros will probably get at least one of them. So yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I think I remember most of the. Here we go. All right. Then we go up to Tampa Bay and Toronto. The only divisional matchup of 2 teams that have played each other this year because of the shortened year, they were only allowed to play the regional opponents. So only 2 teams that are familiar with each other facing off in the first round of the playoffs. Obviously, Tampa Bay, the number 1 seed. I think Tampa Bay can win that one. But I think Toronto will make it a little interesting. So yeah, Tampa Bay will win in 3 games. Cleveland and the Yankees. Cleveland is red hot right now, and the Yankees kind of cooled down a little bit before they got in. So I'm going to say Cleveland wins in 3 games. And then I said Twins in 3 games over the Astros, and then you got the Athletics and the White Sox. Ooh. The White Sox were definitely, obviously, they did not play as well down the stretch, and that's why they should. I mean, and this is coming from me. They should have won the AL Central. They had ample opportunity to win the AL Central, but they blew it. So, because yeah, I'm looking at they lost 8 of the last 10 games. So yeah, that'd be right that they're in the position that they are, and I think sadly it's going to show. So I'll say the Athletics will win that series in 3 games though. Then moving on to the ALDS, you got Tampa Bay and Cleveland. A very, very good series, I think, will be. You got Cleveland, whose offense is heating up right now, and you got Tampa Bay, who has really, really good pitching. I think Cleveland will outlast them. I would say Cleveland in 5 over Tampa Bay. And then you got the Twins and the Athletics. Once again, I think the Twins players have played a little bit better than the Athletics have. It's going to be a good series, though. I'm going to say Twins in 5. Then you go to the ALCS, and you got the Twins and the Indians. So yeah, you might accuse me of being biased because I'm a Twins fan, but I think this season, I mean, how it's gone and how the playoffs are set up, I think we really, really have a good shot getting to the World Series, I feel like. And it's even better when you play a divisional opponent, somebody you've played and you've won 7 out of 10 games this season against. So I'll say the Twins beat the Indians in the ALCS in 6 games. So yeah, so Twins are my American League champions this year. Now, moving on to the other side, the National League. You got the Dodgers, number 1, taking out the Brewers, number 8. I say Dodgers in a sweep in 2 games. I think the Brewers were lucky to get in. And then you got the Padres and the Cardinals. The Cardinals are really lucky because, I mean, in fact, they were played by players getting tested positive for coronavirus. So, I think this will actually be a pretty good series, but I think the Padres will come out in 3 games. You got the Cubs and the Marlins. I would say Cubs in a sweep. I feel like they're playing really good ball right now, so I'll say Cubs in a sweep. And then you got the Braves and the Reds. Ooh, now, I obviously watched the games the Twins play against the Reds, and I can tell you, this team is not to be, it's not a pushover. They definitely have power, and their pitching is terrific. So, it's going to be tough, but I think the Braves will get it, and obviously in 3 games. So, then you go to the NLDS. You got the Dodgers and the Padres, 2 divisional opponents. I think this is going to be a really good series. I think the Padres could definitely surprise, but I think the Dodgers have a slight edge. That's why I will say Dodgers in 5. And then you got the Cubs and the Braves. I just think Braves are a better overall team, so I'll say Braves in 4. The NLCS, you got the Braves and the Dodgers. I think this is going to come down to overall how every team matches up against them. I will actually say I think it's the Braves. The Braves, I'll say the Braves in 7. So, you got the Braves and the Twins in the World Series. Now, once again, you're going to accuse me of being biased, but I think the way this postseason is set up really benefits the Twins. Because, yeah. So I'll say the Twins in 7, and please God, I hope it's true. I hope it's true. So yep, that's my little MLB preview. Now we can move on to the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, such a hard topic to talk about. You had the offense did everything right. Justin Jefferson showed up big time. He had 175 receiving yards, and Dalvin Cook rushed for 181 yards. First time a team has lost when those 2 things have happened. Our defense is just... So I would probably be passively observing the Vikings this season. I won't be like, hey, a game is on, I'll have to watch it, and that kind of thing. It's just sad. The amount of talent that we have on this team, we should be doing better. And, next week we take on the Texans, who are 0-3, but I think the Texans probably got hit pretty hard with the strength of schedule early on, because look at their first 3 opponents. You got the Chiefs, defending Super Bowl champions. You got the Baltimore Ravens, and then this week they play the Steelers. So, but yeah, the Vikings could still win that game. It all depends on how they show up. They need to show up. The defense needs to show up. That's the problem. So yeah. Don't want to talk about it anymore, so moving on. Want to talk about... Actually, let's do a little bit of fantasy talk first. My fantasy baseball team got all the way to the championship game this year, but unfortunately they lost. And mainly because of the fact that I tried to, during the championship week, I was trying to swap out and get as many pitchers as possible because pitchers generate the most amount of points. But I forgot that they eventually maxed out. So had I been able to garner pitcher points the last day of the championship week, I would have probably won, but I didn't. So I'm still glad that I got to the championship game. That it's one of probably the best performing fantasy teams I've ever had. Unlike my fantasy football teams this year. My first team, the Minneapolis Skull Squad, is 1-2, so they do have one win. But yeah, it's just been pretty outside of Patrick Mahomes, Chris Carson, and Tyreek Hill. The rest of that team has just been kind of disappointing. So, I am dropping Tariq Cohen because I feel like he's been useless, and he's also got a torn ACL, so he's gone for the rest of the season. Trying to pick up Rex Burkhead to replace him, and then also T.Y. Hilton. He has been disappointing this season, so I'm picking up Justin Jefferson. I'm surprised he was still available. So, oh no. Okay. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. The Titans and Vikings are suspending in-club activities after 3 new Tennessee players and 5 new personnel test positive for COVID-19. Okay, son of a bitch. Okay, so here it goes. So yeah, that's the Minneapolis School Squad. They almost came back though. I was down by 70 points, and then lo and behold, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill went absolutely balling last night. Patrick Mahomes with 40 fantasy points and Tyreek Hill with 21.2. Still wasn't enough, but man, I love my Mahomes. People saying, be like, you're a Vikings fan though. I'm like, that doesn't mean I can't respect a player from a different team. And Mahomes has been my man. I mean, if you don't believe me, just wait 1 second. I got this a while ago. Mahomes. I got this I think it was the year that he lost in the AFC Championship game to the Patriots. I think I got that. Yeah, he's my boy. He's a baller, absolute baller. And whenever I draft my fantasy teams, he's always number 1 on my draft board. So yeah, we will actually talk about that in a little bit. And then my other team, the Minnesota Kings. Just disappointing all the way around. This one I have 4 pending moves on this team. I'm dropping Terry Conan for Rex Burkhead. Valdes-Scantling. I picked him up for 1 week hoping that he'd do something in the absence of Devontae Adams, but alas, nothing. So I'm picking up Randall Cobb instead. So, yeah, and that team's on 2 or on 3 now, actually. So, yeah. So moving on. You know what? I'll actually do my NFL power rankings. That way I can talk about each of the games in a little detail. So, so at the bottom at number 32, staying put, is the New York Jets. And the Jets, they lost 36-7 to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts defense, I think it was 2 defensive touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and something. It was a crazy good day for the Colts defense. So, yeah, Jets definitely put it. Number 31, down 3 spots, is the New York Giants at 0-3. They, I believe, lost. Oh yeah, that's right. They lost the 49ers. Where's that score? There it is. 36-9. And I think the 49ers are mostly playing their backup players because all the good players are injured right now. So, yep, they had Nick Mullins in at quarterback. So, Oh, yeah, and yeah, you can definitely tell the Giants are definitely missing Saquon Barkley because their leading rusher was their quarterback, Daniel Jones, who rushed for 49 yards. So, yeah, that's bad. At number 30, down 3 spots, is the Denver Broncos, who lost to, I believe, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 28-10. So, yeah. At number 29, down 4 spots, is the 0-3 Falcons. Oh, the Falcons. I don't know how many more games you guys can blow. I mean, something needs to happen. God, that's just, yeah. Up 3 spots at number 28, the Detroit Lions won a game. Can you believe that? The Lions won a game before the Vikings. What the hell? I mean, it was against the Cardinals, but I thought the Cardinals were a decent team so far. So what the heck, Cardinals? At number 27, up 3 spots, is the Cincinnati Bengals, who tied with the Philadelphia Eagles, which, in that perspective, means that they won. So, yep, there's that. At number 26, down 2 spots, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who lost to... Oh, yeah, that's right. They lost to the Dolphins on Thursday night. So, down 2 spots at number 25, the Chargers, who lost to the Panthers, but they should have won. So, down 2 spots at number 24, the Washington football team, who lost to the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, that's bad. Number 23, up 3 spots, the Miami Dolphins, who beat the Jaguars, as I said. Up 7 spots at number 22, the Cleveland Browns. So, yeah, they have 2 wins, but still, I mean, who have they beat? They beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and they beat the Washington football team. So, big whoop! That's why you're still that low. Number 21, down 2 spots, Minnesota Vikings. So, yeah. Number 20, down 2 spots, the Houston Texans. Only reason I have them this low is because they're 0-3. And I'm sorry, the NFL really screwed you guys when it came out to the scheduling. At number 19, up a spot, the Philadelphia Eagles. And the only reason they're up a spot is because the Vikings and the Texans both lost. So, sometimes you have just no other way to, you have to move a team up, even if they lost, or in this case, tied. So, at number 18, down 2 spots, the Dallas Cowboys, who lost to the Seattle Seahawks, 38-31. The Cowboys, I thought, would again being up by Seattle.